What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And David Lynch, the Liverpool based journalist, is reporting that Liverpool are racing Tottenham for the signing of Micky van de Ven, the Wolfsburg centre-back who is only 22-year-old. He could be our prime centre-back transfer target, and Jurgen Klopp pretty much confirmed, and many other journalists including David Pearce, David Ornstein, James Pearce and Neil Jones, that Liverpool are looking to sign a centre-back on top of signing at least two midfielders. And according to David Lynch, Liverpool are prepared to battle Tottenham for Wolfsburg star Micky van de Ven this summer. Liverpool are in the market for a new centre-back, and they have identified the Wolfsburg 22-year-old centre-back as their key transfer target ahead of the new 2023-24 season. And it is understood, according to David Lynch, that Liverpool have begun laying the groundwork for a defensive signing this summer. Jurgen Klopp very keen to bolster the defense, not just the midfield. Liverpool shipped almost 50 goals just in the Premier League last season, and many times it was evident that Liverpool just have a shaky defense, especially if either Konate or Van Dijk are out injured, and sooner or later one of them or both of them could get injured during the season. And I think long term we need a younger centre-back who we can develop and grow. Matip has 1 year left on his contract, and if you are excited about this news, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. And this video contains a ton of new information about Liverpool's latest transfer dealings. So Jurgen Klopp's ideal profile for a defensive signing this summer is a versatile player who can play centre-back but who can play either left-back or right-back, and who also can play in an unorthodox back four, like a back three sometimes, when Tottenham in attack slots into midfield. The right side of Liverpool's defense especially has to be very good, because they have to cover for Tottenham as well. And of course, Micky van de Ven can play in a traditional back four, as well as maybe this unorthodox new Liverpool defense. And Liverpool's scouting and recruitment team believe that Van de Ven is capable of filling such a role in Jurgen Klopp's system, and they will look to compete with Tottenham for his signature. And a similar thing happened like 1.5 years ago when Luis Diaz was on the verge of signing for Tottenham. Tottenham were very interested in signing Luis Diaz. Liverpool were monitoring the player, but they didn't plan to sign him in the January transfer window. But because Tottenham moved for Luis Diaz, Liverpool swooped in and got him ahead of Tottenham, and that was a brilliant transfer. Even though Luis Diaz suffered an injury-hit season this season that just finished, last season he was brilliant for the second half of the season, and hopefully Liverpool can pip Tottenham for this transfer as well. Tottenham didn't qualify for Europe, I think so, and they are Tottenham. Liverpool are Liverpool, much bigger name with a really big pedigree of winning titles and trophies. And also Micky van de Ven with his father visited Anfield, I think in April, when we played I think it was the Arsenal game. The atmosphere was electric, and Micky van de Ven was absolutely ecstatic that he was a supporter at Anfield, because he is a Liverpool fan. He said many times that he would love to play for Liverpool, and Van de Ven enjoyed the breakthrough season at Wolfsburg, making 36 appearances for Wolfsburg across all competitions. And in all but one game, Micky van de Ven played the full 90 minutes for Wolfsburg this season. So he was basically pretty much an ever-present for the Wolfsburg side. And we already have two Dutch players, Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo, well established in the Liverpool team, and Micky van de Ven would be very easy for him to integrate. Usually in the Netherlands, a lot of people's second language is English, and the Premier League is huge in the Netherlands. And also because it's very close to England, a lot of good Dutch footballers come to the Premier League. And Liverpool also, of course, we had Wijnaldum and Van Dijk previously from the Netherlands national team. Now we have Van Dijk and Gakpo. And Van de Ven's current market value is around £30 million. And I think that would be a very reasonable transfer fee for him. And he's also a giant, 193 centimeters tall, and he's pretty good in the air as well. Micky van de Ven played 36 games, scoring 1 goal and getting 2 assists. But of course, scoring goals and getting assists is not the job of this centre-back. And he's definitely an up-and-coming player. So he had 1 full Bundesliga season, and for Wolfsburg the previous season he only played 5 Bundesliga games in a total. But he pretty much played the whole season. As I said, he only missed 1 Bundesliga game last season for Wolfsburg. He played every single other game, and Wolfsburg qualified for Europe, but they are not in as good a financial position as, of course, Liverpool are. So Liverpool can offer him much bigger wages, and I think Micky van de Ven said himself that he's happy at Wolfsburg, but if a big club comes calling, he would love to move there and he would love to challenge himself. And I think because Micky van de Ven was growing up a Liverpool fan, he would love to sign for Liverpool more than he would sign for Tottenham. I mean, there are not many Tottenham fans abroad outside of England, so I think Micky van de Ven, if he costs around 25 million, I think that's a very reasonable price for a talented centre-back. And I mean, I love players who grew up Liverpool fans. They have a really close personal attachment to Liverpool, and it's much more likely if Micky van de Ven becomes a world-class player that he would love to stay at Liverpool and not go to another club. I mean, there are not much bigger clubs than Liverpool. Maybe Real Madrid and Barcelona are the 2 other clubs who you could argue are bigger than Liverpool, but nobody else really. And if Wolfsburg ask for a reasonable transfer fee, then I can see this transfer happening. And if Liverpool want to compete in all 4 competitions, we need at least 4 great centre-backs. And maybe the plan is to keep Gomez and Matip for 1 more season and use Gomez as a backup right back, as an understudy for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and use Micky van de Ven and Matip as the 3rd and 4th choice centre-backs in case either Konate or Van Dijk gets injured, or in the Europa League this centre-back partnership could be paired up. And I think it's a great time to sign a young centre-back, because Liverpool in the Europa League won't be under as much pressure as in the Champions League. We won't face as many world-class sides. And also in the League Cup, in the Europa League, in the FA Cup, Micky van de Ven can get a lot more experience than he would otherwise only play probably the League Cup and sometimes maybe in the smaller Premier League games. It's signing a new centre-back is tricky at Liverpool, because now Konate and Van Dijk are established first choice centre-back pairing, so any player coming here knows that he will probably be 3rd or 4th choice. But Micky van de Ven, being a Liverpool fan growing up as a kid, that must factor into his thinking. And also Micky van de Ven wouldn't be too upset if he has to stay on the bench for half a season at Liverpool, because he's playing for Liverpool and he's only 22 years old. Soon Matip and Van Dijk will be too old to play for Liverpool, and then Micky van de Ven, if he becomes good enough, he could be our future first choice centre-back in 2 or 3 years if he develops well. And of course I would love to sign Gvardiol, but Man City are in for him, and it looks like he will cost around £100 million. Is Gvardiol 3 times better than Micky van de Ven? No chance, absolutely no way. So Liverpool are probably getting a very good value for money deal. We just don't have 100 million to sign a centre-back. Simple as that. And Man City are just again spending obscene amounts of money. And James Pearce in The Athletic confirmed that Liverpool will sign at least 1 more centre midfielder on top of Alexis McAllister. It looks like we are in the final stretch of signing Khephren Thuram, but we are also interested in Mano Kone as well. Bajcetic will be back for pre-season. Tyler Morton, who was on loan at Blackburn Rovers, I think he will be assessed in pre-season. We also will assess Conor Bradley at right back, with the other centre back went out on loan. to Preston, I think. Other right back, sorry, went out on loan. Preston, Gomez can cover at right back. Ben Doak will add depth, just like Kyle Gordon, in the right wing position when Salah plays the Africa Cup of Nations. And also Cody Gakpo will be playing the Firmino role next season as well. So let me know, are you happy that we are linked with Micky van der Ven? I think he would be a very good centre-back option for a reasonable price, and Jurgen Klopp could grow and develop him, and he wouldn't be under immediate pressure to start for Liverpool and to perform straight away. Diogo Jota also gave a pretty interesting interview to 442 magazine where he said that previously he played in the Europa League with Wolves. He said, although the Liverpool fans are used to playing in the Champions League every single year, it will feel like a downgrade. It's still a prestigious competition. We will try our best to win it, and it should at least mean that Liverpool avoid Real Madrid. Jota said, well, Real Madrid can somehow finish third in their group and still be in our way, but since I came to Liverpool, I've always got knocked out by Real Madrid, so hopefully they are not there. And yeah, that's strange. Real Madrid knocked Liverpool out 3 seasons in a row in the Champions League, which is absolutely crazy, and hopefully we will not meet Real Madrid anytime soon again. I mean, Jurgen Klopp played Real Madrid 6 times in his managerial career at Liverpool, and he couldn't beat them once, which is really strange because Jurgen Klopp's record in Europe is absolutely immaculate, apart from playing teams from Spain. We lost to Sevilla in the Europa League final, and then we played one season without Europe, and then we lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Then we won in Madrid against Tottenham, but that's also a Madrid connection. And after we won it, we lost to Atletico Madrid once, and then to Real Madrid 3 seasons in a row. So Real Madrid knocked Liverpool out 4 times in the 6 seasons that Liverpool competed in the Champions League, and the other time, once we won it in Madrid, and the other time we lost to Atletico Madrid. So this is very, very strange and very unusual that one city, Madrid, was playing a huge part in Liverpool's 6 Champions League campaigns in a row. What a weird coincidence and what a weird scenario. And it must be psychological, because there is no way Real Madrid are as good as much better than Liverpool, that they beat us like every single time that we played them, apart from maybe getting a draw at home. And that's quite weird, because there were times where we outplayed Real Madrid for large periods, like in the Champions League final 2 seasons ago, and we still lost because of Courtois' heroics. And I just hope we avoid Sevilla in the Europa League, because Sevilla are the masters of the Europa League. They will be playing in the Champions League because they won the Europa League. So hopefully Sevilla won't drop down to the Europa League, finishing in 3rd place in the Champions League. And especially the game at Anfield against Real Madrid is especially painful, not just the Champions League final, but we were 2-0 up and we were cruising. Anfield was rocking, the Real Madrid was rattled, and then we started making individual mistakes. Alisson gifted Real Madrid the goal, Joe Gomez gifted them at least 2 goals, and once the first Real Madrid goal went in, it felt like inevitable that Real Madrid will turn the game around, because Liverpool's confidence dropped and we basically had no midfield in that game. The midfield was so poor, so I think it has to be psychological as well that Real Madrid knocked Liverpool out so many times. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Al Ahly are in talks to sign Roberto Firmino. Negotiations ongoing, waiting for players' final decisions. Al Ahly are preparing medicals in case they get the green light later this week. Bobby Firmino maybe will get a huge last paycheck. I would love to see him at somebody like Atletico Madrid or Sevilla, a good Spanish club. The money in the Saudi Arabian League is just obscene at the moment, and if Bobby Firmino gets a last big payday, then good luck to him. He will have set himself and his family and his like daughters, sons and granddaughters and grandsons up for life with like hundreds of millions of euros of a contract for his last few years as a footballer. So good luck to him, and that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.